So militarism, as it currently articulates itself, it's a machine that's been constructed to make money off of killing innocent people. And since the advent of aerial bombardment in the third decade of the 20th century, all wars have killed more civilians than combatants. All wars have killed more civilians than combatants. By design. By design. And in our country, it's designed to keep a murderous industry going. And why did I say by design? It's by design because it's not about winning or losing. If you say that America lost a particular war, Vietnam. America lost in Vietnam. America won in Vietnam because huge profits were made killing 2 million Vietnamese people. Huge profits were made experimenting with weapons to kill other people subsequently. People in Fallujah were killed with white phosphorus. You know how white phosphorus, the impetus to invent white phosphorus? Because when the napalm was dropped in Vietnam, the Vietnamese they put pools of water around the village. They would dive in the water and the napalm would burn out on the surface. So they invented white phosphorus to burn underwater. And that's by design. By design, you take a weapon system and like a jet fighter that might be built by Boeing, partially here in Los Angeles. You get out of the airport, you're greeted by the weapons industry. Boeing's the biggest one. We think of 737s, we don't think of cruise missiles. And right next door to Boeing is Raytheon, one of the top 5s. I'm sure General Dynamics is somewhere. I'm sure a lot of Muslims work up in there too. That's another issue. But the components for that weapon system is distributed by design across as many congressional districts as possible. And so when we talk about shutting down the military-industrial complex, we're talking about congressmen having to face their constituents and say, we're taking your job. And it's across so many districts that the likelihood of enough courageous congresspeople or senators coming together to shut that system down is as great as the possibility right now of a snowball surviving in the place where the boogeyman lives. Because we're in the masjid.